guys, I hope you're doing okay. Welcome to this week's vlog. I'm just going to give you a quick introduction to what I'm going to be reading, and that's pretty much it. So to start off with, I'm going to be doing my latest buddy read with Jade over at Paperback to Hardback. Sorry for all the camera movements. This is 11th Hour, and this follows Lindsay Boxer as a drug dealer is murdered, but the gun that was used in the murder was stolen from the evidence locker in Lindsay's department. And Lindsay then starts to suspect that it's someone on her team, and she has to question everyone without arousing suspicion. That's all I can say. It's part of a series, 11th book, can't really discuss it. It's a continual buddy read. This won't take me long at all. I envision finishing this Wednesday, maybe, depending on what work's like. Really looking forward to it. I really need a quick, fast, easy read. It's just something I always love jumping back into, so I'm excited to carry on with that. Then I've started my read of The Archive of the Forgotten, which is the second book in the library of the Unwritten series. This came out recently and I was just obsessed. I had to read it straight away, so I've picked it up now and I'm so excited. I'm currently 4 chapters in, which is 35 pages, so not too far in, but I'm very excited to carry on. So far, so good. And I dropped the book. And I'm really excited to carry on and see how it goes. Oh God, what the hell is wrong with me and the camera? Thirdly, I am listening to Across the Green Grass Fields by Shauna Maguire. This is the latest book in the Wayward Children series. I listened to all of them on audiobook last year, and this is the new one out. So when I saw that it was actually on Audible, Scribd. When I saw that it was actually on Scribd, I just thought, what the hell, go for it. Then you'll be up to date with the series. You might as well just get it out of the way. The audiobook is 4 hours and 3 minutes long. So it's not long at all. I just told myself to get it over with, it'll be fun. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm reading. Not any plans for anything else because I don't know how long the rest of this is going to take. I do still have a few reads that I need to get to, but no rush. I was very ill last week and I want a chill week. I've got to do some work. I've got to have some sort of life. I don't really understand how, but I've got to have a bit of a social life and go out and do something for my mental health this week, because after being ill and cooped up and in bed non-stop last week, I need to get out. I need to do something safe, of course, but I need to live a little. But that is it from me, guys. I will chat to you guys some point and let you know what I've been reading and how I've been doing, and I'll chat to you then. Bye. Hi guys, random parcel just showed up. Don't know what this is. I'm intrigued. Could be a pre-order actually. Could also just be something else. But I pre-ordered a lot of stuff. I don't know when anything is showing up. So, I definitely don't think this is a pre-order. Because, oh no, there's a lot of notes. Oh, of course. It's a gift from Jade. One of my friends, Jade, she sent me a gift. It says, snack, snack, snack from Jade. Hee surprise gift. Oh, snack. I love these snacks, and I actually run out of these recently. I always love snacks. Snacks are always amazing, and oh, this is a bigger book than I expected. Oh. Is The Hate List by Jennifer Brown. This is interesting. I heard about this book from Kaz over at Cats and Camera. She was talking about this. This is a book that follows a girl whose boyfriend a few months earlier committed a school shooting, and I think it's about her and her boyfriend beforehand wrote a list of people who they hate, and the boyfriend then went and found those people on the list. So it's about her feeling a lot of guilt from that. I'm sure that's what it's about. But this is a lot bigger than I thought. I thought this was very short, like 200 pages kind of novella type situation. I am surprised, but oh, thank you so much, Jade. I really appreciate it. That is absolutely lovely. You is amazing. Oh, thank you. Good evening, guys. I hope you're okay. I have just finished... What did I finish? Book 6 of the Wayward Children series, which is Across the Greengrass Fields. So this came out and I've listened to the rest of them, so I thought I'd carry on with the script. I think I've mentioned that before. So I listened to it. It was fine. It was a good story. I actually really enjoyed so many points of the story. For starters, it has some really good representation. Won't mention what rep, just in case people don't want to get any sort of spoiler going in. But it's nice to see some representation. I can't attest to own voices as such, but I have looked at some reviews and there are some own voices reviewers who have said it's good representation, so I'm just going off their word. But feel free to check that out for yourself. I really liked the world that we were in and the characters we got introduced to. That was a big high for me. It was just very light-hearted and bright and fun, and I really enjoyed that. And then, in terms of the story, I feel as though it didn't really have a plot. It did, in a sense of this was going on, this was happening, and then this had to happen. But it wasn't like an overarching plot. It was just, we're currently here, and then something happens, and now we're currently here. And I didn't really get that sense of, oh, this is a really interesting plot from it. And I feel as though the ending, I wanted a bit more from the ending. If you're familiar with The Wayward Children, it's about children who go through these doors, leave like their family and everything behind, just disappear into these strange magical worlds, and then sometimes they end up going back home. I was hoping it was going to end in a certain way, and it didn't end the way I wanted, or I didn't really go into as much detail as I wanted with the ending. So, yeah, it was a fight. It was a really enjoyable read. It is actually one of my preferred choices of the Wayward Children series. I'm not entirely sure where I'd rank it, because I did do a ranking of all of my Wayward Children reads in order of preference. I will link that up top. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure where that would go in terms of ranking, but I really did enjoy it, and it was one of the top ones. I really did like it. It just didn't really have that substance I needed. In other news, I am on page 180 of the Women's Murder Club. I was hoping to get to 240 today, which would take me to halfway, but I ended up filming and editing a video because it's actually due up tomorrow, and I just completely forgot. I was just sat here like, I can film it tomorrow, and I was like, no, it's up tomorrow, so film it now. So I ended up doing that. I also read another chapter of The Archive of the Forgotten. I'm moving very slowly through this, but it's okay. No rush, as long as I enjoy the read of it. I'm currently on page 45 of that, so I think tomorrow my goal is get to halfway minimum, maybe 3/4 of the way through this, and then this is my priority, because this is such a quick read. I don't need to worry about it, whereas this is my priority now. So I'm going to finish this. I won't finish it, but I'll get a good chunk into it, hopefully. Halfway, that'd be lovely. And then, other than that, I think tomorrow I just have to go to the post office. And I think that's it. Nothing else planned, so perfect. nice chilled day. I think I have work. I do have to do some work. Don't know if I have any meetings though, so that's good. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired. It is late. It is past midnight. Oh, God. It took me that long I've been editing my video that's going up tomorrow. But it's past midnight, so I'm going to go to bed. I'll chat to you guys tomorrow. See you later. Hi guys, I hope you're doing okay. I just thought I'd give you a quick update. I got new curtains. I don't know why, it just makes me really happy. Reading, done a bit. My nan had an emergency with her internet, so I had to go and fix that. So I've been there for quite a bit, fixing that. Reading, I got up to halfway through 11th hour. I'm going to try and read more of this today. I'm going to try and get this much done. That's 120 pages. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's a nice little goal to work towards. I've read more of the Library of the Unwritten. I've read a few chapters of that now. I think I'm up to like page 80, so it's still a bit slow for me, but it's happening. I'm getting there at least. And I had some very good news. I got booked in for my COVID jab tomorrow, so I'm going there tomorrow. They've said, and they made this pointed out specifically on the email, and I wasn't happy about it. You're not allowed to take a book because you have to limit the number of things you have. And I'm just sat there like, that's an hour and a half bus ride there, hour and a half back, waiting time because I'm going to arrive early because I'm a very self-conscious freak. I will make sure I'm there very early to avoid being a minute late. And then the time after the jab waiting for the bus back. That is a lot of time for me to be sat without a book. What am I going to do? So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I've got some audio books, but they're not books I want to listen to. So I'll either have to just start a book for the hell of it, or see if I can find an ebook somewhere of something else. Because they don't have Kindle books of these, or they might do, but I'm not buying one. And they don't have ebooks. And then Archive of the Forgotten's only just come out, so they don't have a audio book yet. They have a Kindle book of the Red Scroll of Magic, so I might try and read that rather than listen to it, but I don't know. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Nothing else really to update you on today. I've not really done much else. It's all positive though. I'm very happy about things. I'm feeling very positive, which is rare at the minute for me, so I'm very glad that I'm happy. I will chat to you guys later when I have something to update you on. Bye! Hi guys, I have just finished 11th Hour by James Patterson and Maxine Pedro. This one was really, really good. I think this might be my favourite women's murder club to date, which is very, very unexpected, and I'm very excited about it. I really enjoyed it. This was a story about, there was two threads. One was a drug dealer that, well, so there are two threads. This story, there are two threads with it. There was one storyline that followed a rogue police officer who was killing drug dealers for personal reasons. And they find out that the gun that was used was from an evidence locker, proving it was a police officer, and Lindsay is then forced to almost suspect and question her team and her squad and her people, her police. and that was a really interesting story to follow. We also had a second storyline of decapitated heads found in a back garden of a complex, and they're trying to figure out who put the heads there, who killed them in the first place, you know, all that stuff. And it was a really entertaining story. I loved all of the characters in it. I loved that our main characters weren't forced in. They were very appropriately placed. It was enjoyable. I actually really enjoyed my time with it. It took me a bit of time to read this one, but I really enjoyed my time with it. I think this has to be in my top 3, if not my favourite book of the Women's Murder Club so far. Really enjoyed this one. I'm very excited. So, moving on. Rebecca from Books with Rebecca and I are starting our buddy read of 3 hours today. I think we said we're going to do about 100 pages a day, so I'm going to try and do that. I also have the ebook on my phone for when I'm going out today, so I can read. Should be very exciting. Hopefully get some good chunk of this done. Once I get to the 100 pages, I'll be carrying on with Archive of the Forgotten. I need to start the Red Scrolls of Magic soon. I've got a lot of stuff to get on with, but excited to start this one. This is very highly anticipated for me. I'll update you guys on my thoughts and hopefully keep you posted throughout the day, because obviously, busy day for me. So I'll chat to you guys soon. Bit windy. Good evening. It is Friday night and I wanted to just update you with where I'm at with 3 hours. So I'm up to my 200 page mark. I'm on page, that's not it, 208 I'm on. My goal was to get to 200. That's where the next chapter ended.
And so far, I am really enjoying the plot. It is such an atmospheric book. It is very dark and creepy. It makes you feel things. There's a lot of fear because in England, we don't have school shootings as such. Like, it talks about the most famous one that happened, and it's interesting to see this happening because we don't have that, and it's very strange. There have been some good twists and turns in this book. I really love that. I feel as though the character development isn't there as such. The thing is with this is it follows quite a lot of perspectives. There are so many different narratives taking place because it wants to give you the full effect. And whilst I love all of that, I feel as though I don't know any of the characters. There are a couple that have been focused on more than others, and I find I do like those characters more. But as a rule, it's not very character focused in the sense of I don't know really who any of them are, and if any of them were to die in the shooting, I don't think I'd care. Like, it'd just be oh, that's sad. It's sad that they died. As opposed to I'm really upset. I didn't want this character to die. I wanted it all to work out. And that's a shame. That's the only thing that I think this book has kind of lacked on. Everything else, the atmosphere, the plot, has been amazing, and I've loved every second. Hey guys, I have just finished 3 Hours by Rosamund Lupton. I thought this was very good. I thought the story was so atmospheric and so dark. I've mentioned this earlier. I thought that was excellent, and that carried on throughout the entire book. It was not afraid to have that dark atmosphere. It was not afraid to get tense and dramatic. I loved that. I feel as though I still didn't care about a lot of the characters. There were some that I did actually feel more invested in than others, and you know, I'm glad that I got to have that opinion on them rather than just not really caring what happened. I feel as though the ending for me was adequate, I think is the best way to put it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great ending. I just wish it was expanded a bit more because I feel as though it wrapped up fairly quickly. And I feel as though it wrapped up a bit easily. It was like very much a nice little bow wrapping the story up. And I think my complaint with a lot of thrillers, and this one was no exception, is that it has the ability, because you're such a dark book, because you're a thriller and you handle scary, serious, dramatic themes, you have the ability to really go dark. And a lot of thrillers tend to do, it's not really a happy moment like with the entire story. So it didn't end on a happy note, but it ended on a easy note. And I feel as though you really have the ability to end on something dramatic and tense here. And whilst I enjoyed all of the dramatic and tense moments that were throughout the book, I wished there was more. I was torn between giving this book a 3.5 or a 4 star because I felt that whilst I really enjoyed it, I didn't really care about a lot of the characters, and I said really it depended on the ending. I think based on the ending, whilst I really enjoyed it, I'm going to give the book a 3.5 because I thought it was good. I did have a couple of issues, and that's kind of how I rate. A good book, but a couple of issues is typically like a 4 star. But some of the issues I had, like the fact that I wasn't really invested in any of the characters and I didn't really care if they were safe, and the fact that it was just wrapped up in a way I would have preferred it not to have been. But it was still an incredible read. I really enjoyed my time with this. I would recommend this. If anyone does fancy like a dark thriller with great atmospheric vibes, this is set in the winter amid a school shooting in England, and it's excellent. I really love what this book brought up. It brought up a lot of themes of racism, terror attacks, almost like grooming. It handles a lot. There are a lot of themes throughout this book. It is excellent. I would 100% recommend it. I still would, even though I had my issues, because I thought it was great. Sunday. I thought I would just give you a quick update, round off the vlog. I'm not going to be finishing any more books today, but I wanted to let you know that I have finished one. And it's actually one that I started today as well. And that is Killjoy by Holly Jackson. This is a prequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. It's a little novella. It was released for World Book Day. It was 124 pages long, and it was about Pip and her friends hosting a murder mystery event before the events of the first book. And doing the murder mystery event almost ignites Pip's fascination and enjoyment for murder mysteries and all sorts of things that lead on to book one. I thought it was perfect. I gave it a 5-star. Normally when it comes to short stories I don't, but this one was just so perfect. It gave us little nods to what was to come in book 1 and 2, and there was just a lot of easiness when it came to reading this. It was so much fun. It reminded me why I loved A Good Girl's Guide to Murder so much, and it's just made me want to reread that entire series. But I won't. I'm going to wait until book 3 and then reread all 4 of them. But an excellent read. I read that this morning on some reading sprints that Mel was hosting with Helen and Ellie. Loved it. I really, really loved it. So today, I'm going to be carrying on with The Archive of the Forgotten. I got to halfway last night, so I'm very happy with that. I'm going to carry on, just see how well I do. I don't really know. I don't really have any goals, but I'm just going to carry on. And I'm also going to be starting the Red Scrolls of Magic today. I have this one, I have The Lost Book of the White, and I have Chain of Gold, and then I've caught up, ready for Chain of Iron. So I need to get this one read, and I want to make a start on that today, just so I can say I've started. I don't know how far I expect to get, but a start is excellent. So finally, it's the thing I wanted to show you guys. I commissioned a print to be made that was personalised for me based on the Shadowhunter world, I absolutely love the Shadowhunter books. I love the Infernal Devices, and I found a quote that I really liked. And I know someone who's done some excellent print work, and I got them to design a quote poster for me. And it arrived today, and I managed to get my frame today, so I've got it framed. And it is this lovely quote. It says, "One must always be careful of books and what's inside them, for words have the power to change us." And that is a quote by Tessa Gray in Clockwork Angel. I love this print. I think it is absolutely stunning. It is going to go up on my wall. And I'm so, so grateful to Emily, who actually designed this for me. I went to her, I said, I want this quote, I want some cogs, because it's clockwork, and I want the Shadowhunter symbol somewhere. And she has designed this absolutely wonderful piece of work. And she's excellent. If any of you guys want to actually check her out, I will link her Facebook page and her Etsy store down below. Essentially, she will do anything you ask. You just go to her if, like, for example, with bookish quotes or something like that, or you want a poster made, anything. Just, I went to her and I said, this is what I want. I was very specific. I said, I want this size, this paper, this colour, this, and this. And she was excellent. She had a very quick turnaround. She was excellently priced. It was very professional because she really worked with me, because I don't really know. She started going through a list of sizes, a list of fonts, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And she really took the time to explain everything, talk me through it, just to make sure that I got the design that I desperately wanted, and a design that would be perfect for me. So she will really work with you for that. So I got that made. I'm absolutely in love with it. I cannot wait to hang this on my wall. But yeah, I will link her down below. If you are interested at all, please, please, please check her out, because she is fantastic. But that is it from me, guys. I have done decent this week. I've read a couple of books. I read 3 Hours and then 11th Hour. And then I finished Killjoy. So that's 3 books this week, which I'm really happy with. I'm halfway through Archive, and I'm going to be starting the Red Scrolls today. So these are my priorities. I'm also going to be starting 12th of Never tomorrow, I think. But for now, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next vlog. But for now, if you have made it this far, please make sure to leave me an emoji of your favourite animal. Just something random and fun. Just so I know who has made it all the way to the end, because I love knowing who actually dedicates their time to these vlogs. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.